Hooga Hooga Gardener, and today and yesterday I was deer proofing my garden because I had a little smart deer find a little spot where it could hop over the fence. I'll put that in this video. And when they got in here, they went ahead and got some of my vine plants, and they got my grapes. I don't want them touching my grapes or vine plants. So I'm going to show you what precautions I took to make my watermelon and vineyard 100% deer proof, just like my garden is. I don't get any deers in the garden, and usually I don't get any deer or deers in my watermelon area. However, this year I did. So let me show you how I deer proof my garden so you can learn from it. So let me go show you what they did. Plus I'll put the video and you actually see the deer hop over. And then I came out with my flashlight and chased it off. And then the next day I went ahead and deer proofed it. And then last night I filmed it, and I'll show you some of that video. Plus there's a full-length video where the deer walked all the way around multiple times, were frustrated, wanted to jump over, but could not. So it worked. So let's get on with it. Okay, so as you know, this is my garden. And since I have the muscadine vines going all the way around it, the deer do not jump into it. Now over here, I went ahead and ran 4 strings going across, and there's a top wire going across. They do not jump through that. Now over here I have a top wire going all the way down, and then I ran multiple strings just until I got the time to put wire. I'm going to put 4 strands of wire. I purchased 4,000 foot. So this wire right here, there's going to be 4 strands just like I did that back section. Now let me show you what the deer did, and then I'll show you what the damage is. Okay, so right over here, the deer squatted. I only had one top cable, so the deer squatted and jumped right through. I just was not here. Through here and here, jumped right through it. And then when the deer was in here, it got, this is the way my grapevines look, and this is the way they look after the deer chomp them. See what the deer do? All the way down. And this is how they're supposed to look. And they did come in here and get some of these on the top too, like that. And I really don't want them to do that because I have a lot of grapes coming in. And then over here, you can see all the leaves off of my watermelon, and that's the way it should be. The same thing over here, the same thing over here, and over here. Okay, so as you can see, the muscadines, they're supposed to be full like that. Well, this is what the deer do. They go ahead and they eat it all like that. And I got a bunch of grapes on them, and I don't want the deer to get them. So just like these, you can see grapes coming in. So what I done, right over here, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and a top cable. Well, this cable's where the muscadines are going to grow all the way around. Now I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to put the same cable that I did over here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cables on this top one. I'm going to plant muscadines, but now the deer can't get through. And then right here, I put rope from this one to this one right here, so it can't be separated. Now I'm going to take the rope out, and I'm going to put wire. This rope is temporary. I wanted to see how it worked. And last night, the deer walked all the way over here and all the way in the front, was looking, was crouching down, wanted to get in, was upset that it couldn't get in, and finish eating all of my vegetation. So, now these right here, I got this one right onto the top of the fence post. Then I put a 5-inch extension over here, which could be used as an electric fence going all the way down if I need to, but I don't need to, because here's another wire, another wire, another wire, and they're not going to jump in between here. See, these separate only a little bit, and I'm going to tie them all together. So going all the way down here, I got 5. And like I say, this is on the fence post. This one here could be electrified. It's not, but I set it up for that. Plus, it's a good little brace right there. Then I have this one, this one, this one. I'm going to tie them together. And I'm going to put a piece of PVC pipe here to hold them like this, really stiff. It just all takes time to get it done. But I wanted to show you what I did. I put an insulator over here and an insulator over here in case I make it electric. Now going down the back stretch, you can see I got the string, but that string is coming off, and that's going to be cables. Okay, so let's get out of here. And as you can see, everything in my garden is growing. I got squash down in here, got jumbo squash in there, and got other types of melons and watermelons, a lot of things growing. Okay, so right over here in the opening, just temporarily, I put a little fence there in case they got in that area, they don't come in here in the garden. And then I ran a string temporary right over here. That's going to be a cable, probably about 2 cables going across there. Now going down in my garden, let's go out and I'll show you what they were trying to do last night. Now I'm in here this morning trimming some of this up. That's why all this is down here. I just decided to make a video, but you can see everything's nice and trimmed. I got to do a little bit more. I'm putting stuff in netting. That way the insects, the little pickle worms, don't get to them. Got a lot of beans coming in. I'm going to pick some up for lunch. Okay, so let's go out here. Okay, so last night the deer were walking right over here. I'll put a link to the full-length video, and I'll put a little clip. They were looking for a way to go in, but they seen that string right here. Without that string, they could hop over, so they did not go in. They came right up to this section. This fence was not here. I put this little fence around like that because they were coming up and eating the vines. Then right over here, just today, I went ahead and laid these out because yesterday they came through. They looked like they were going to jump over, but they seen these and did not. I have to put wire across there. So for now, I set these out. So let's go down this way. Now right over here, I did the same thing. I put this fence right here because the deer came right up. The deer put its foot on that pot and was right up here eating these last night. And I was watching through my garden cam. So I don't want them to do that again. So I put this here so they can't get up on that and eat those muscadines. And right over here is a gate, which they're not going to go ahead and go through. But the deer came over here yesterday and was eating the muscadines. You can see them over here, the lower branches, which is okay because I want it to go up. But just precaution, I went ahead and put this in front of the low lining ones. You can see I got the top cable for the muscadine right up over here, and I put another string. They were looking, but they did not jump through. I'm going to put 2 other rows of cables going all the way around. The deer came right in here, was eating my Mexican sunflower, which is okay, but I put this around anyway. And right over here, I put that in front of it. The deer was eating this Mexican sunflower, so I put that around. And then right over here, the deer went ahead and ate some of the ends off, so I put this in the front of it. And you can see the deer tracks down there. And then right over here, it looked like the deer were going to jump over, but they seen this and they didn't. And the same thing, I have strings going down around the back. So the deer went down around to the back side. I got that on video, but did not jump in. So pretty well, I got that secure. It takes time. I got 4,000 foot of wire, so I got to finish it. But I had other things to do today, and you can only do so much in a day. It's baking out. It's in the upper 90s. So I'm going to do a little bit every day and try to get it all done because I don't want the deer in there. Now, over here, I have a loquat tree, and the deer, I had a different fence around it, and they were sticking their nose in here and getting the bottom leaves. So today I put a larger round one with smaller holes, smaller openings, and they're not going to go ahead and get in there at that. And I did some others down there, but I'm going to show you over here. The other day, I did not have this fence, and I did not have the post or the cable. The deer got into my sweet potato area over here and ate all the sweet potato leaves all the way to the ground. You can see they're making a comeback. But I did put the fence all the way around, and I put a rope up on top. I'm going to go ahead and put 2 strands of cable, one on top, one down below, and that's going to be deer proof, and that will keep him out of that area. Normally when I pot stuff, I put it in there, pot it, and then that's my sweet potato patch, and I don't want them in there again. So going down around this way, these are banana plants I just planted. I cut all the leaves off because we had a big wind come through, and until they set in, I didn't want anything to happen to them. So right over here yesterday, or last night, I didn't have this. I had the fence with the wider opening. They stuck their head in. I'll put a clip in the video, but they were pulling and eating these leaves. You can see they ate them all off. So now with this on there, there's no way for them to get their head in there, and they're not going to go ahead and get any of those. Now going down to that loquat over there. Okay, so right over here, I'm going to plant a peach tree. I have it in my growing area, so I made a nice fence to go around that. That's deer proof. This is the type of fence I had around, and they were getting their head in there if I didn't put the mesh around. So I removed that, and then I got me some of this a month or so ago. I finally had a chance to cut it up, and I put it on. You can see the leaves right over there. They were sticking their head through and getting it. But now with these, they cannot get their head or their nose through there to eat anything. And plus it's a 24-foot fence. So it's 24-foot round. They're not getting in there. Okay, so last night, that's a Florida Prince peach tree. It's a real small one. I had the other fence here where they could stick their head in there, and the deer came over here and was looking at it, so I went ahead and protected this even better. I don't want anything touching that peach tree. I got one down there, one over here, and one over there. I don't want any deer eating all the leaves off of my peach tree. Okay, so once again, this is Sam, the Frugal Hoogle Gardener. I went ahead and had my garden 100% deer proof over the years. This is a new area, and my hugelkultur is a new area, so I had to buy 4,000 foot of wire, cable, tension wire, and that's going to go around all the way around, 4 strands like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 to the top. The deer are not going to be able to get in there. If I wanted to, I'm leaving one layer down at the bottom, the second one up, that I could electrify if I needed to, but I don't want to run electric out here. I got electric to the hugelkultur, but I don't want to run it down this way with the economy, the piping, and the wire, the cable, and all that very expensive. So I purchased 4,000 square foot or 4,000 foot of cable, and I think that's going to go ahead and once and for all take care of the problem in there. So they'll leave my muscadines alone. Now up here, I don't have any problem with these muscadines. They're really high. The deer can't get to them. But I was really surprised that the deer was smart enough to go up, put their hind feet down, their front feet up, and was eating the leaves right over there. So I just took care of that problem with that fence and that fence. And these are just laying here. I could remove them by hand, but I have the fence. It's scrap fence, and that takes care of that problem. So anyway, hey, this is Sam, the Frugal Hoogle Gardener. I hope you enjoyed seeing what I'm doing to protect my garden and surrounding area from all the deer that we have. I have deer in the yard every day, so does my neighbors. Usually at night, sometimes during the day, but mostly at night. And as you can see with the video I posted on the Frugal Hoogle Gardener on Facebook, and then Sunshine Harvest Edibles, you could go ahead and see that they did make it in and how many deer are around at nighttime, and you can see them physically trying to get in and looking for a way to get in and getting frustrated. So hey, I hope you learned something. If you like what I showed you, and if you like how I'm trying to protect all my vegetation, give me a like, subscribe, come on over to Facebook, join our Facebook group, Sunshine Harvest Edibles Gardening Group. We'll talk to you later.